a constant of proportionality of Jarrell, can you tell me what the constant of proportionality is? Is Jarrell here? Yeah, Jarrell, can you tell me what the constant of proportionality is? Jarrell, what was the only number in the equation that we wrote out? Jarrell? Are you just really quiet and I can't hear you? Is that the issue? Jarrell, what's the number in the equation that we wrote out? So this boxed in equation here, what's the only number in this equation? 500. Yeah, 500, very good. So 500 miles. Jarrell, I apologize if you were saying that over and over again and I just couldn't hear you. It was really quiet. So it says as the average speed, and we just talked about this in number 3. So as average speed increases in blank. So what did you say? Is Lamaro here? I don't think he was. Jamarian. So it says as the average speed increases in blank. What did you put there?
As the average speed increases in.
This one's tough. So if we look back at our problem, our graph, let's look at how our average speed increases. So what did we go up by?
25.
Yeah, we go up by 25 units each time. So those intervals are, what's another way to describe it when they're the same every time?
When they're the same every time?
Yeah. So the intervals are, look in the word bank.
Equal?
Yeah, very good. So in equal intervals. So as the average speed increases in equal intervals. Henry, are you here now? Yeah, Henry's here. So as the average speed increases in equal intervals, the race time, what does the race time do? So the speed is increasing. What did the time do?
Decreases.
Yeah, very good. The race time decreases at a, Stephanie, how does it decrease? Does it decrease, like, it decreases a lot and then it decreases a little bit? How would you describe that?
At a decreasing rate.
Very good. So at a decreasing rate. Okay. Let me underline that. And then it says for this relationship, the speed is blank. So let's see. Regina, have you joined us?
Yes.
Hey. So It says for this relationship, the speed is blank real numbers. What type of real numbers are the speed? Are they positive or negative?
Aren't they positive?
Yeah, perfect, because they're all bigger than 0, right?
Yeah.
Positive real numbers, which means the blank is s greater than 0. So Navre, are you here now? It does not appear. So Katie, it says, so for this relationship, the speed is positive real numbers, which means the blank is s greater than 0. So are the speed values inputs or outputs for the function? So if I look at my function here, what number did we put in every time to get values out? S or T?
S.
Yeah, we put S in. So it's an input. Inputs are part of what? So if we look in our word bank.
Would it be range?
Not range, those are outputs. So the inputs are, yeah, perfect. So the domain is S greater than 0, perfect. Then it says the race time is also blank real numbers. So this one should be pretty easy. Amar, it says also, so it should be the same as what speed was. So what type of real numbers was speed?
Can you move the little like one in the corner? Yeah. Okay.
50. 500.
So the speed was positive real numbers. It says the race time is also what real numbers?
I don't know.
So because it says also, it means it's the same as speed.
Yes.
Speed was positive real numbers, so these should also be
real number.
Positive
real number.
Thank you.
Can you make it bigger a little bit? I cannot see it.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll also post this, I'll scan this whole document so that you can have it online.
Okay.
So then it says the race time is also positive real numbers, which means the blank, which means the blank is r greater than 0. So before we had domain, time is our output. So what should our time be, Rashani? So Rashani, if our speeds were in our domain, our time should be in our.
I don't know.
What is the opposite of the domain? What's the other thing?
I forgot.
It's in our word bank, so look at the word bank. And notice that the opposites are kind of like opposite each other on the thing. Yeah, so the range, very good, is r greater than 0. So that's what you should have gotten for part 4A. What questions do you guys have on filling in that sentence or those sentences? Okay, so in part B of this question, it gives us a bunch of key features and it asks us to tell which of the key features are shown in this paragraph. So the key features are, I'm going to abbreviate it, constant of proportionality, COP. Then we had domain, range, intercepts, rate of change. Then we had intervals of increasing, decreasing, or neither. Ah, my pen's dying. Positive/negative outputs. Symmetry. Oh no. And then the last one was end behavior. Okay, and it asks us to look through this paragraph and try to find those things. So with constant of proportionality mentioned in the paragraph, Jonathan? Jonathan, was constant of proportionality mentioned in the paragraph? If your mic is not working, then you can chat in the box yes or no. So constant of proportionality, I'm going to highlight the word, and then I'm going to highlight the part of the sentence where it is. So Jonathan, where did we talk about constant of proportionality? Okay. Jamie, are you here? I don't think Jamie was here. Olivia? Olivia knew. I know that you're here. Can you tell me where constant of proportionality is talked about in that sentence? Y'all, I'm gonna start making a participation grade, and if you guys aren't answering questions, then I'm gonna take off on your participation grade because this is wasting so much time. Olivia. All right, I'm opening it up to anybody, and Olivia and Jonathan, we need to talk. Can anybody tell me where constant of proportionality is mentioned in this sentences in part A?
Would the constant of proportionality be the 500 miles?
Exactly. So it talks about right here, the constant of proportionality was 500 miles. Okay, so that's where they talk about it in the paragraph. Let's see, let's find a new color. So then domain, where do we talk about domain in that little tiny paragraph? Ruby, where do we talk about domain in that paragraph?
Oh, real numbers?
Yeah, the positive real numbers where the domain is greater, where S is greater than 0. Very good, thank you very much. And then let's see. Abimail, are you here? Okay, we're gonna run back through everybody again. Rashani, so we're talking about range now. Where did they mention range in the sentences above? Rashani, is your mic on? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What was the question?
Where do they talk about range in the sentences up here?